Ever wondered why your plantains and bananas take so long to yield fruit? It's a question that leaves many gardeners scratching their heads. Growing these tropical fruits is often a game of patience, with the typical growth period stretching between 9 to 12 months. Many factors contribute to this lengthy timeline, including inadequate sunlight, improper soil conditions, and inconsistent watering habits. It's a tricky business trying to speed up Mother Nature. But what if you could speed up this process? Stay tuned and we'll show you how. First things first, creating the right environment for your plants. The environment, you see, is like the stage for a play, setting the scene and creating the mood. For our plantains and bananas, it's no different. Let's talk climate. These plants love the tropics, basking in the warm, humid air. Temperatures between 20 and 30 degrees Celsius are their sweet spot. Anything less and they might just throw a tantrum. Now, onto the soil. They don't just want any old dirt. They crave rich, well-drained soil full of nutrients. Think of it as their five-star restaurant, serving up the best for our green friends. And water. Oh, how they love it. Regular watering is crucial, but be careful not to drown them. Too much of a good thing can be harmful. Now that we have the right environment, let's move on to the planting process. Ready to get your hands dirty? Perfect. We're about to delve into the heart of the matter. The planting process itself. Let's get started. First things first. The best time to plant your banana and plantain suckers is at the onset of the rainy season. This is when the soil is most fertile and moist, providing an ideal environment for growth. If you're living in a region with a less predictable climate, don't worry, just ensure you're able to provide adequate water and nourishment to the plants. Now let's talk about the planting process. Start by digging a hole of about 3 feet in depth and width. This might seem excessive, but these plants need a lot of room for their roots to spread and grow. The extra space also allows for better water absorption, which is crucial for fast and healthy growth. Next, you'll want to place your plantain or banana sucker into the hole. Make sure to position it upright and cover it with soil, leaving the top exposed. The sucker should be planted deep enough to stand firm, but shallow enough to allow the corm at the base to sprout new roots. After you've planted your sucker, it's time to consider spacing. This is crucial to ensure each plant gets the required sunlight and nutrients from the soil. For bananas and plantains, maintain a spacing of about 8 to 10 feet between each plant. This allows each plant ample space to grow without competing with its neighbors. Finally, after you've planted all your suckers and ensured the right spacing, it's time to water them generously. Remember, these are tropical plants that thrive in moist conditions. So, don't hold back on the watering, especially in the initial stages. And there you have it, folks. That's your step-by-step guide to planting bananas and plantains. It might seem like a lot of work, but trust me, the fruits, pun intended, of your labor will be well worth it. Planting is just the first step. Next comes care and maintenance. Taking care of your plants is crucial for quick growth. It's like raising a child. You need to nurture them, feed them, and protect them from harm. For plantains and bananas, this involves regular watering, mulching, fertilization, and vigilant protection against pests and diseases. Watering is a vital aspect of plant care. These plants love moisture, but beware. Too much or too little can cause harm. Overwatering can lead to root rot, while underwatering can stunt growth. The key is balance. Water the plants deeply and thoroughly, allowing the water to reach the roots. In hotter months, you might need to water more frequently, but always check the soil before you do so. If it's still moist, hold off on watering. Mulching is another essential part of care. It helps retain soil moisture, suppress weeds, and keep the root zone cool. Organic mulch, such as compost or straw, is an excellent choice as it slowly decomposes, enriching the soil with nutrients. Spread the mulch around the base of the plants, but be careful not to pile it against the stem to avoid rot. Fertilization is like the food that fuels growth. Plantains and bananas are heavy feeders, requiring a high amount of nutrients to thrive. A balanced fertilizer, rich in nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, is ideal. Apply the fertilizer around the base of the plant every 2 to 3 months, following the package instructions for the right amount. Finally, protecting your plants from pests and diseases is paramount. Common pests include aphids, nematodes, and weevils, while diseases can range from fungal infections to bacterial wilts. Regularly inspect your plants for signs of trouble, like discoloration, wilting, or unusual growth. If you spot any issues, identify the cause and treat it promptly. You can use organic or chemical pesticides, but always remember, prevention is better than cure. With proper care and maintenance, your plants will be ready to yield in no time. So roll up your sleeves, put on your gardening gloves, and let's get to work. So, to recap, the journey towards harvesting ripe, delicious plantains and bananas in less than 7 months starts with understanding the challenge of quick growth. These tropical fruits require a unique combination of the right environment, proper planting, and diligent care to thrive and produce quickly. The ideal environment is crucial. Remember, these plants adore the sun, so choose a site that receives plenty of sunlight. They also prefer well-drained soil rich in organic matter. Don't forget, temperature matters too. They thrive best in warm, tropical climates. Next, we delve into the planting process. Start with high-quality suckers or tissue culture plants. Plant them deep enough to provide stability, but not so deep that the corm is buried. Space them out adequately to prevent overcrowding and ensure each plant gets enough sun and air. Then comes the all-important care and maintenance phase. Regular watering is essential, especially during dry periods. Fertilize your plants periodically, but avoid over-fertilizing. Keep an eye out for pests and diseases and take immediate action if you spot any. Finally, remember that patience is key. These steps are not shortcuts, but rather the best practices to speed up the growth process. It's all about creating the right conditions and giving your plants the best possible care. Remember, patience is key. But with these steps and tips, you're well on your way to enjoying your homegrown plantains and bananas in less than 7 months. Happy gardening!